everybody? Welcome back, Devin the OG, the original Grognard, and we're back here at the table. And what's this? This doesn't look like a war game. At least not any type of war game I've ever seen before. Yeah, I know. I do games other than just war games. I do have a plethora of Euro and Ameri style games I play. I know, as shocking and as heretical as that may be, my normal gaming group, I can't get them into Hex Encounter. So if I want to play any games, I gotta play their games. And for the most part, there's a very large number of Euro games that we have found that I enjoy playing. Terraforming Mars, that has got hexes on it, right? So that's kind of a war game. All right, maybe not. Games like Teotihuacan, Tzolk'in, Quaxaquidlickburg, Clank, Wingspan. There's a whole bunch of them. So despite my best efforts, I just can't get my regular group drug into regular Hex Encounter war games, much to my chagrin. So, and like I said, I like some Euros, and this one is supposed to be a really, really, really cool Euro. First off, I want to say, look how friggin' thick this box is. This is like a 4-inch box. So, and it's not that heavy. So I'm wondering why it's so deep like that. Unfortunately, I'm getting a lot of glare off this, so let's just go ahead and cut the cellophane and take a look at the back of it first. So basically what this is, it is a politicking legacy style game, and you may be asking yourself what does that mean? What is he talking about? Well, let's go ahead and read the back of the box and get an idea of what we're dealing with here. Those of you that have played the game Diplomacy, yes, Avalon Hill's famous game of Diplomacy, the game that's been destroying friendship since 1959. Yeah, you probably dig on this because there's a lot of this personal interaction. But let's go ahead and take a look at the description. If I can even get, well, all right, maybe it's zoom back out a little bit. King's Dilemma is an interactive narrative experience with legacy elements, featuring several branching storylines heading to many possible finals and an evolving deck of event cards at its core. Players represent the various houses leading the government of the Kingdom of Ankes. They could have come up with a better name than that, but whatever. You draw 1 cards from the Dilemma deck each round and experience the game story as it unfolds. Each card will pose a problem for the council will have to resolve on the king's behalf. As member of the king's inner circle, your decisions will determine how the story proceeds and the fate of the kingdom. Each event happens only once. You will discuss and bargain with other players until you finally make a choice and determine the outcome, progressing the storyline and possibly unlocking more events. You will have to keep the kingdom going while also seeking an advantage for your own house. This I've got icons on my screen that prevents me from reading real. This power struggle may lead to the kingdom into war, famine, or riot, or it could generate wealth and well-being. It depends on your choices. The thing is, each decision has consequences. What is good for the kingdom may be bad for your family. Will you act for the greater good, or will you only think of yourself? So, yeah, so we got some, let's go ahead and zoom this back out. So you got cards, read the story, make the choice, flip the card over, discover the consequences, open envelopes, and unlock new events. That's part of the legacy style. So you really don't know what's in all these. And as you can see, you've got all these branching envelopes that could happen. HorribleGuild.com. Yeah, those are the guys. Yep. I'm not too much into design. I will have to just say one thing. This game will occasionally put you in front of mortally challenging decisions that could up your sensitivity. If your sensitivity is such to the point that you would be offended by middle-age politics, you probably shouldn't be playing these style of games. This is kind of like putting a warning on a cup of coffee that the coffee could be hot. You're catering to stupid people by putting something like this on. Anyways, let's not get into that. I'm probably going to get some hate for that, and I really don't care. But ages 14 and up, 3 to 5 players, 90 minutes per round. Okay, now, I have no idea what's in this box. I just know that it is something I have wanted to pick up for a while and managed to finally acquire. So, let's go ahead and look what's in here. King's Dilemma. There we go again. Set in a fictional and awful cruel world It was designed to put you in front of morally challenging situations and tough choices. Yeah, I don't care. You have issues with middle-age or medieval politics. Should not be playing these type of games. Let's see. Bunch of envelopes, cards, momentum markers, house screens, story cards. This looks like this is stability, resources, time, chronicle, story card. No idea what that is. Kinds of cards, game overview. But yeah, basically very nice manual. I will have to say, very, very large. A lot of pages to it. How many pages are there? 47, 48 pages. Realm Chronicles, I'm guessing so you can keep track of what happens in the game. Mystery stickers. No clue what that's for. But yeah, how to play the game. I'll have to dig into this. But yeah, nice rulebook. All right, so it looks like here's some of the house screens. Let's take a look at this. So victory points, prestige, crave, house whatever, work is life. So different boxes it looks like you can mark off. Achievements. Oh, so yeah, you can try to get your achievements and that'll probably give you more victory points. There you go. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I've got a lobster. Who chooses? I got a porcupine. Let's see what some of these guys are. Cursed royal family. Okay. Justice. I'm going to assume that's justices in the bottom half. The stability track. These look like these guys are against. Yeah. You would like the royal family of Ancest to pay for the alleged wrongs that were done to your mark from the very day you were annexed into the kingdom. Okay, so it looks like these guys are fighting against the prosperity of the kingdom. What do we got here? Oh, let's just grab them. Just grab them. Oh, this one's kind of cool. I like blues. It's a tower on a turtle. Marquise of Tyrol. Let's see. Subdue the outcast. Let's see. Traditionally very conservative, you have every interest in keeping the poor as miserable and ignorant as possible, making sure that they are easily recognizable and they do not mix with the pure noble lineage. Oh, there we go. Black rooster with a crown. Marquis of Wilo. Let's see. Find the way to create gold. Okay, these guys are merchants, it looks like. Yeah, is highest on the resource track, have the most shields, whatever that is. Yeah, investments. So, yeah, these guys are financial. Oh, we got a skeleton arm with a rose or something. Marquis of Cran. Conquer other kingdoms. These look like these are the military guys. Yep, however, they hope you never run out of external enemies to satisfy your appetite for violence. So it looks like all the houses have got some type of trope to them. Let's see, Dukes of Natar, destroy heretical. These are the religious guys. And they've got a snake with a clover. Okay, what do we got here? We got a very long, rosy, thorny rope thingy. Dukes of Blydon, find harmony between knowledge and spirit. Okay. Family often acts as patrons for the best arts, philosophers, and scientists. You're convinced that harmony can be achieved through the union of well-being, religion, and science. Oh, those guys sound kind of cool. Ooh, boat. We like boats. I'm sure these guys are, let's see, Dukes of Solad. New perspective on reality. Let's see, what are these guys? Oh, educational. Okay, so we can live with that. A flying pig. Wonderful. Marquis of Torque. Free the world from evil. Witch hunters. Your aspiration is that everyone would unite to fight the horrors of the dangers that infest the world. Yeah, I kind of like witch hunters. Tree with stars. That looks pretty cool. What do we got here? Dukes of Coden. Unite with another kingdom. Peacemakers, I'm guessing. You have a reputation for being hospitable and friendly, but also decadent and unmotivated. There we go. That sounds like something I could get into, being decadent. Looks like a sword in a wheel. Dukes of Ulwin assert the dominion of knowledge over spirit. So pure science, guys. And then double keys. What do we got here? Marquis of Alwed. Foster social equity in the kingdom. You would prefer that our own kingdom had less social inequity. Okay. Counters. Lots of counters here. Not bad thickness. I mean, maybe 1.5, 2 millimeters. And I'm going to guess that they will easily pop right out. I have no idea what any of these counters mean or do, but I'm sure they're used in game. Lots more counters. These can be punched out. I think these are stickers. I think as the story progresses, you pull them off to reveal what's underneath. So that's one of the important things. You don't want to go opening everything else. Yeah, H through L. So different events could trigger different things and cause different situations to arise in the kingdom. The known lands. Now see, this is kind of very, very weak paper. But, you know, quick little map of where everything is. Anything on the back? There we go. There's more. Ankist. So this is the known lands. So okay, so Ankist is the kingdom that you're playing in right here. This right here, and I'm guessing there are going to be storyline events in here that reference other places. So that'll at least let you know where everything's at. Oh my! Now I know why the box is so. Okay, looks like this is the resources board and the votes board, and basically I'm guessing this is the core of the entire game. So like I said, as far as I know, it's all, you get a decision, and here we got a deck of cards. Looks like nay, these look like vote cards and resource cards of some sort. Bunch of baggies for the counters, more baggies. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, we've got something that can be peeled off. What is that? Let's just take a look. Okay, so yeah, these are storyline stuff. You're not going to want to look at these. You're not going to want to look at these because these will tell you things that could possibly happen storyline-wise. So we'll just leave that right there like that. And then we've got all these cards. Look at all these cards. All these different envelopes. 75 different cards and events that could happen. We start off with one, and you would open it, and you would pull those cards out, and then I guess, depending on the resolution of what you resolve, what the King's Council resolves, will tell you, okay, after resolving this, then the next event you will pull will be, you know, one of these other 75 cards, and you open up the deck and take a look at it, and, you know, resolve the issues that crop up. I'm not even going to speculate what some of these events are, but, you know, it's, do we feed the poor people? Do we give them, you know, lots and lots of food? But, oops, we have a bad harvest, and we have no food, and then everybody starts to starve, and, yeah, well, let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. I think it'd be safe for us to look at these cards. Not very many of them. I have no idea. Nay, I pass. Oh, okay. So it looks like each of the 5 players are going to get one of these. And then let's see, what do we got here? Moderate, opportunist, opulent, greedy, rebel, extremist. No idea what these cards are, but I'm guessing depending on what house you're playing, you'll get one of these as kind of a player aid card. And then, like I said, there are 5 plays. I got something sticky on my finger from one of the envelopes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, those are 5. So when it comes down to voting, you can either nay, I, or pass. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's see, is there anything else underneath? I do not think so. Oh, there is. Okay. That's got the question mark on it. We're not even going to touch that one. So let's get this back in here. So as best as I can assume, because like I said, I don't know that much about the game other than, you know, what I've read on a couple other places and what a buddy explained to me. Totally lost my train of thought. It is a diplomatic. Well, you know what? Just because. Let's go ahead and look at 00s, because this really isn't opening. So we've got cards here. Okay, cards. Okay, so the King's Dilemma. Your trumpeters strike 3 rising notes and 81 doves are released as Harald V is crowned king by the prior mother of the cult. People are up to yada, yada, yada. Ceremonies followed by feasting lasting for 3 days and nights along with the streets of Libra, our city capital. A week later, sitting on a throne behind the grand chiseled door of the council room, the new king addresses for the first time. Any authority is flickering and power is a blessing or a curse for those whom it is exercised. He says, after a long pause, he adds, ruling is an unsolvable dilemma. Well, I can't disagree with you on that. Let's take a look at what we got here. Okay, I'm going to guess. Oh, no, that's yay. Nay. Okay, no, that's I. Okay, so it looks like these are the 3 dilemmas that we start off with. For this 000. And I'm assuming that this is the very first one because it's just, you know, he's just got elected to the, or elected. Remember, in a democracy, it's your votes that count. In a feudal society, it's your counts that vote. So these are the 3 dilemmas that everybody has to deal with for the first round. Royal Marshal reports to us that 3 windmills were set on fire last night along the road between Libra and Golden Harbor. The affected millers are asking us to help rebuilding the minerals. Do we fund the reconstruction? And so if we nay, it looks like those things are going to be affected, and we have yay. But if we flip it over, and I'm not going to do it so much, that will have the whenever the people who are playing vote on it, then you flip it over to see what the effects are. And let's see what's here. The High Commander has received a message from our soldier stationed at the troublesome northern border of the Mark of Torque. Scarm smugglers are offering to provide large quantities of red iron, a strange metal that can break even the strongest steel. The army wants the majority, but there's a lot of money to be made by trading it. Do we reserve the red iron for the army? Aye or nay? And what's the other dilemma? Morano, or Rich Merton from a remote desert city called the City of Tents, wants to negotiate a lucrative trade agreement. Among his sample of goods is a slave concubine chains. He claims the woman comes from a desert temple that allegedly hides the golden map, a fabled item. We've been searching for decades. Many of our people are against slavery. Do we force Morano to free the slave? So yeah, you know, we have a bunch of different objectives here. And what I'm also going to guess is what you as a player playing each one of the houses and trying to wheel and deal will affect your house's standing. And let's take a look at one of these cards again. So... okay, so I don't know, have 18, I'm guessing that's money, 1 per vote, but you get these off and you get bonus experience points, and you have prestige that you'll build up, crave that you build up, and then I'm not really sure, extremist, opulist, more, I'm not sure what these are, but these do go to those cards I showed you earlier, right here, and I'm sure that goes into resources on the track, which is this board right here. So yeah, I have no idea how the mechanics of this play. I am definitely going to have to figure it out. And I have a feeling it will be fun to figure it out. So you've got 12 different houses. And from what I understand, you don't have to play the same house each time. It's a good idea if you want to, but if you want to play military house one time and then play a different house the next time, or you can play the same house throughout the whole time through, but there's 12 different houses. So if you have people sliding in and out of games, which is possible. I mean, one game session, you may have 3 people, another game session you may have 5 people. I also think that this would probably make for a good Discord game, that whoever's running it, the DM or GM or whatever you want to call it, can set everything up through Discord, and then he can, when he gets ready to do, which dilemma card, he can just scan them and send them off to everybody, and everybody can have scans of whatever house sheet they have. And then, I think it would make for an easy Discord game, because sometimes it's hard to get At least I know in my group. At best, well, not at best. Usually, there's 3 of us that get together and play with my normal gaming group. Now we can have up to 6 of us, but not all the guys make it every time we get together. And my buddy Jay, whose house we play at, love him to death. He loves the game Dune. Yes, that Dune right there. Right there. He loves Dune, but he hates playing it with anything less than 5 people. So we don't get a chance to play Dune very often because he doesn't want to play with only 4 people. He wants to play 5 or 6. I have a feeling Jay's probably going to be wanting to buy. No, we're going to play this with a minimum of 4 or 5 people every time. So I don't know how fast we're going to be able to get this game played. It's unlikely I will ever record any of this. Maybe if I do a Discord session. There's a group that I'm thinking of right off the top of my head, Rocky's War Room, that I might be able to set this up for. Now, you would think that you would only have limited playthroughs with this, and you kind of would, because, I mean, when you do an event, you know the event's going to be done. But however, there are upwards of 75 different events that could happen, and you only go through like 12 rounds. So, depending on what the choices are, what the votes come down to, you could end up with a different event each time. So there is the potential and possibility. Of course, hey, maybe you vote on a resolution one time, and the next time it fails, and then another storyline opens up. So I'm really excited to dig into this. And I will give you, gentlemen, my feedback on it. And maybe if I start up a Discord game of it, I may record it over Discord. Because, again, you're all in Discord. You got cameras. I mean, you can do it that way, no problem. But yeah, I just want to give a quick look at this. I think it was, I don't know. I have no idea what the price was. But yeah, there we go. King's Dilemma. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section below. Talk to you later. See ya.